Hello everybody, Pure Punch here, back for another video. I haven't placed a video out in quite a few years. I stopped doing my stream, and so now I've gotten back into RS3. I've had this account since December, combat level 135. I'm working at trying to show people things that's changed about the game and things that are making new money and new ways for these newer players to get some money in their pockets, so that way they can have some of this better gear. So starting off with this lower tier boss here, that's pretty easy. Now I'm using full Sea Singer's gear with Nox, and I have the Nox staff. I have Amulet of Souls, Ring of Death, and Vampirism Aura. You do not need this stuff. This stuff is not essential. You could easily make it with some Subjugation, or Saren is really good too. Very expensive, of course. But Mage is pretty much your priority here. You're going to want to stick to fire abilities. He's weak to fire. When you come into this place, you can't keep any prayer, and I don't suggest really using any prayer. If you'll notice that this is the thing that a lot of people say is to use Soul Split, and even with curses, I'm not going to use Soul Split, because during this period of time, he does a special attack that will reduce all your health down to about half, and split your prayer and everything. So really, during this period of time, I really don't use any, and he never does that special attack to reduce my prayer. So I save a lot of HP and a lot of food, and I can stick here somewhere around 100 kills with the gear that I'm on right now. I'm currently running my Vampirism Aura, trying to gain some health back here and there in place of Soul Split. That is definitely beneficial. I'm using a Ring of Fortune as a switch for the deaths here, which I just missed that death switch. And so anyway, this boss is pretty easy. A lot of the time you're not going to get a bigger drop, even though they do have some. You can get hilts, shard pieces, a lot of subjugation gear, but I'm not gonna lie, it is really hard to get those drops here. You're gonna make most of your money off of the potions, or off of the Wines of Zamorak. You'll get them quite often. Infernal Ashes are about 2k each. You can pick them up and use them, or sell them, I guess, or whatever you want to do in order to make them, in order to use them, or whatever you might have interest in. But as far as just a way to sell, they're 1.7k. I don't collect them, just because I would have to literally eat half my inventory in order to collect all these ashes that are here all the time. But sometimes they do have noted ones. Most of your Wines of Zamorak are going to be noted as well. Pretty easy boss. On average, you're going to get roughly around 2 to 3 mil an hour. It can go up to 5 mil an hour with high-end gear, just because the speed of the kills. Now, I've here set this to the standard speed, so I'm not getting fast respawn times. I'm not really looking for heavy drops. I'm trying to pass some time and show this to lower level players, so that way they can come here. Definitely, I recommend the half Sarahs and half Rocktails with anything you do, just because there is a easy way to gain your health back really quick that doesn't have the stall from eating food. Because once you click on a food, you can't click on another one. See, I clicked 3 times, I only got one heal. But if you click food, then Sarah Potion, you'll see that I'll get 2 heals real quick. And what that does is the Sarah Brew skips the stall time, but if you do it in reverse, it does not work. Now this works for PKing too. It is used quite often. That and in place of the Sarah Brews, people will use jellies. That's another thing that's used, the blue jellies. This place is really easy, man. You can sit here and you can probably sit here for over an hour. You know, if you're mid 70s, I would say about in the 70s for your stats and stuff. Isn't really bad. I obviously got overloads just because, well, why not use them if you got them, right? And this is just, it's a simple thing. It's a simple thing for newer players. I definitely recommend this, and I'll be putting out more information on other bosses and stuff too. Now, when you're coming in here, I definitely recommend going to the main room in order to get your kills. Because what happens is later, as you go up through these bosses and stuff, and you stop wanting to do this, you're going to be needing frozen keys to do next and stuff. So in order to get those, you have to stand out in these rooms out here and get continuous kills until they drop them, and that goes for each one. So there's four, and there's four pieces of the key. You get one from each boss room, where you collect the ads up and stuff. So during your 40 kills, it's best to sit out there from the very beginning. Try to wear something if you're in the Zamorak that's of Zamorak, and Saradaman in the Saradaman, and etc. So that way the ads won't be aggravated to you. Because if you wear opposite gods, they'll definitely be aggravated to you. So this is my recommendation for probably anybody around the 90 to 120 combat range. If you're not really good at bossing, um, I definitely recommend to try this out. Try to collect up all your basic drops though, because like I said, you're not going to get too many great drops out of here. I have well over 600 and some kills here, and I have only gotten I think 5 different shard pieces, and I have gotten a lot of 1 or 2 pieces of subjugation, and I'm not quite sure what else. A hilt. I did get a hilt one time. Yeah. So there are some good drops here, and there's quite a few, but they're about 1 in 1,000. So for each one individual. So yeah. This is my little guide and my new entry into coming back into the YouTube world, and I would like to ask y'all to subscribe and check me out as I come out and put new vids. Thank y'all very much, and have a great day.